Hey everybody, welcome back to another Madden 18 video. It's HPG209 here, and today we're going to get into another season's gameplay with my newer lineup. There's my lineup right there, and let's hop into it. We're still 2-0 on the season, so hopefully we can stay undefeated. There's my top 3. Now let's see my opponent's top 3. I didn't grind for weekend league this week because I worked a lot and I didn't even try qualifying. When I tried qualifying, it was too late, but for now, we're just going to keep grinding head-to-head seasons for the meantime. So from here, my opponent starts the ball off, and he runs it up, gets the first down. Right now, it's under the pocket, and he throws it to his tight end, and it drags his toes out of bounds. Right here, we're trying to send some pressure, and we draw the ball loose. So now he punts it and drops it on the 4, so we have a pretty long drive to go. So we get a pretty good pass there to Jerry Rice for 32-yard gain. From here, we run into Marshall Faulk and bounce it to the outside. That was a good 6-yard gain there. From here, we stand in the pocket, just keep standing. We roll out to the left. We're just gonna scramble, take a slide. Don't want to take a big hit and fumble, So from here, it's 3rd-and-1. I go deep and look at Jerry Rice coming down with the aggressive catch. I didn't think he would, but luckily he did. From here, we hit Marshall Faulk, and he walks in for an easy touchdown. So now we're up 7-0. So after the kickoff, my opponent got to the 31. So now it's his turn to drive down the field and try and score, but hopefully he doesn't and we can stop him. So his first 2 plays there, he gets first down. From here, he hits his tight end, and he gets nailed. And man, I was hoping he'd fumble, but he didn't. From here, he runs it up with the middle with his running back, and he gets nailed. I thought that was a fumble too, but apparently it wasn't. And right here, runs it up with his running back again, and now it's a 4th-and-1. So now we must stop him so we can get off the field. And I chose the wrong guy, but he gets nailed and drops it. So now it's our ball. From here, we just try and run it with Marshall Faulk. Now 2nd-and-7 here. We're gonna go screen play to Faulk, and we're gonna juke inside, and it gets brought down for another 9-yard gain. So now we're just standing here in the pocket, and we throw another deep strike to Jerry Rice. He comes down with it, and so now we try and run it with Marshall Faulk, and unfortunately, he fumbles. So now my opponent can tie this game up, and we send some heat. He gets sacked. 2nd-and-18, throws a pass. He gets rocked too, and he fumbles it, and we get the ball back. Man, this is just a game of fumbles, ain't it? So now it's 1st-and-10 for us. And we're just standing in the pocket, and we go deep to Jerry Rice. And we go in for 7. So now we're up 14-0. From the kickoff, my opponent gets to the 30, and now it's his time to drive. So he gets a nice completion there to the 49 and throws it right into my youth. And from here, my opponent has had enough, and he's gonna go on and get out of here. So from here, we're just gonna hop into another gameplay because I don't want to make this video too short. So there's my opponent's top 3. And that's pretty good. He has to teammate with Derek Carr and Bobby Wagner. So this could be a tough game for us, but hopefully we can come out on top. So my opponent receives the ball first, and he has that go Bo Jackson. He's just a savage. I could never stop Bo Jackson every time I've gone against him. So from there, he gets a huge gain. From here, he bounces again to the left, and he gets another gain. 2 plays, he rushes way down the field. There's nothing I can do to stop Bo Jackson, and he even has Marshawn Lynch too in the backfield. So that's a pretty good running back duo. So right here, we stop Marshawn Lynch on the 1, and Bo Jackson gets in for 7. So now my opponent is up 7-0. So from here, we need to respond. Now we hit Tyreek Hill there for a pretty good gain. From here, we're gonna go to Marshall Faulk, and we go nowhere. We got a no-yard gain there. From here, we're trying to hit the corner, and we hit Chris Carter for a 12-yard gain, and then we go back up to Marshall Faulk. We're trying to establish the run game, and he gets nowhere, another 2-yard gain. Then he gets rocked again. Luckily, he didn't fumble. So now it's 3rd-and-11. I have to convert here. We decide to go deep to Jerry Rice. It looked like he was open, but so now it's 4th down, and I decided to go for it, and we hit Jerry Rice on the opposite side of the field, and he drags his toes out to get the first down. So from here, we're trying to run it again with Marshall Faulk. Go out the middle for a 7-yard gain. Run it again. and we got another pretty good game there. Now we're standing in the pocket, and we hit our tight end there down to the 3-yard line. So from here, we just have to score, toss it out to Marshall Falk, and we go nowhere. We actually lose a yard. So from here, I'm just trying not to throw an interception, and I just took a sack. I'd rather take a sack than a pick. But on the next play, I panicked, and I threw an interception, and Shazier takes it in for 6. So now we're down 14-0. We're just shooting ourselves in the foot. So now we have to at least try and score. And we throw another ugly pass. And it almost seems like when you throw an interception, 9 times out of 10, it's going to get ran back for pick 6. But it's just myself making terrible reads. So from here, he chucks it deep, and Rodney Harrison luckily intercepts it. And we're just going to take it down to the 18-yard line. So luckily, we get the ball back there. Now we're standing in the pocket, and we go deep to Chris Carter, and he comes down with it. And we're going to take this one all the way. Hey, if you guys like the content and you guys like the Madden gameplays, make sure you guys drop a like. You guys subscribe to my channel. I want to make the channel grow. I want to see at least, my goal is to get 5 likes a video. So from here, he passes it to Lynch, and he gets a 2-yard loss. So now it's 3rd and long, and he connects with his wide receiver. Looks like he was out of bounds there, but I guess apparently he wasn't. So he takes too long to get that pass off, and he gets sacked. Now he gets sacked the 2nd time. So now we get the ball back because 3rd down was an incompletion, so he punted us the ball. So from here, we take too long to pass the ball. So now it's 2nd and 15. So we throw a screen pass to Marshall Falk, and we get a nice yard gain from there. Now we're just trying to run out the half. Sometimes those run works, and now it's 4th down, and I accidentally punted it. Look at this lag right here. The ball goes straight to my fullback. There's nothing I can do. I was gonna go for it for a fake, but the lag kind of killed me. But that was a bad call anyways. From here, he just passes it to his. So from here, he's gonna go with Bo Jackson, and he gets stopped, and we get the goal line stand. So he get the ball back at half, and we're gonna take it up with Tyreek Hill, and almost ran it back, but I chose the wrong lane. Nonetheless, that was a good return. So now we are up here with Marshall Falk, and we inside juke. We get brought down, so now it's 2nd and 6, and we're gonna hit Marshall Falk on the nice wheel route. Nobody was covering it, so now it's 1st down and 10, and I hit the wrong button. I meant to hit A. I got very lucky that was intercepted. So now it's 3rd and 10. We're standing in the pocket, and we decide to go deep again, and we go nowhere. So 4th and 10, we decide to go for it to see what happens, and we get the completion to Chris Carter. My 4th down calls, sometimes I go for them if I feel confident I can get them, but sometimes I make stupid reads where I have a set receiver that I'm going to, like right there, and I still go to him whether he's covered or not, which is something I gotta grow out of. So from here, we're down 21-7. We throw a screenplay to Eric Decker. So from here, we're just standing in the pocket. We see no one open, but our tight end eventually gets open and comes down with the ball. So now from here, he got outside, so it's a free play. We're gonna go deep, and whether it was intercepted or not, didn't matter because he was offsides. So we went for a screenplay to that 79 overall LaDainian Tomlinson. We go nowhere. From here, he just sent some heat, and I had nowhere to throw the ball. So now it's just 3rd and 12, and we throw a deep pass to John Ross in the corner. From here, we're trying to score, and I see nobody open. I don't want to risk. I tried throwing it away, but Big Ben took too long, so we took a sack. So now it's 2nd and 24, and Chris Carter luckily comes down with that. So now it's the beginning of the 4th quarter. Stand in the pocket. We see nobody open. Was going to pass it to wide, but I didn't want to throw a pick, so I took an interception and a sack instead. So from here, we're rolling out. We're going to hit our running back in the flats, and he walks in for a touchdown. So now we're going to go for the extra point, and we barely miss it, and they hit the uprights. So now we're down by 8. So from here, all our opponent has to do is run up the clock. Hopefully we can stop him. Bo Jackson, I could never stop that guy. I don't know what it is, but one of the greatest running backs of all time. So From here, we're still down by 8. And he goes deep to Randy Moss. There's nothing I can do to stop that guy. So from here, the game's pretty much over. We're gonna take a L. So if you guys like the videos, make sure you guys like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.